sliding down.
Good morning. Welcome to Joint Dynamics in the Morning Movement Medicine for Friday. It's the end of the week. What a great week we've had moving around our body. So great news for us as part of the Morning Movement Medicine group. As I explained yesterday, we're partnering with Vivo Barefoot, these shoes that I'm wearing each time. So we're going to pass on a 10% discount to you if you would like to purchase some online. Also, each week, starting next week, Monday to Friday next week, one lucky person will receive a pair for free. All you have to do is tag your mates to say, hey, join me Morning Movement Medicine with Andrew at Joint Dynamics. It's fun and so good for the health of my joints. It's a health practice, which is what we'll start right now. So let's start with our spine, guys. Hope you're feeling well. If you're not, I'm sure you will be in 40 minutes time. That's one of the gifts of movement. So drop your arms below your shoulders and your knees below your hips. Inspired by all the cats in the world. Drop down and breathe in. Roll your pelvis back and breathe out. Remember yesterday when we started introducing the crawl pattern with the cats and dogs, or this spinal weight movement? We're going to do that again. So drop down, breathe in, and then breathe out. Stop there, guys. Take your hand that's closest to me forward and the opposite knee forward. So we're crawling, it's opposite hand, opposite knee. So stop there and give me 3 more. Drop down and breathe in. Push away and breathe out. And it's just a different reaction at the pelvis and the shoulders in particular, which changes the reaction at the spine. Breathe in. Actually, let's do 5. Drop down, breathe in. Breathe out. 1 to go, guys. And lift. That's so nice, isn't it? Hold there. And now come back to the neutral or the starting position. Take the other hand and the opposite leg forward. So we crawl, boom, inspired by all the children in the world, all the babies. Drop down and breathe in. And then lift your spine and breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. We're doing 5. This is passive. Just let your spine collapse. And this is quite active. Roll your pelvis, lift your spine. 2 more, guys. 1 more time. Come back to neutral. Let's do 1 more time. So now the other side, crawl forward, drop down, breathe in, lift up, breathe out. A little bit faster. Collapse your spine and lift. Keep the elbows straight and really push off those hands. 2 more. 1 more. And all the way back. Last one, crawl forward. Opposite side again, or the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Nice work. Let's do a little bit for our wrists because I know you can do some stuff on the computer. Knuckles down. And sometimes we don't look after this part of our body so much. 2. Just do 5. 3. Today's Morning Movement Medicine is sponsored by the number 5. Hang out here. 5 and 4. 3, 2, 1. Switch. Left knuckles down between your knees. Right hand makes the V, place it around your wrist, and then rotate out. Come back 1. Oh, wouldn't that have been cheesy? V for Vivo Barefoot. I'm not going to do it. That would be too cheesy. Although, I sort of just did. I won't do that again though. 1 more time. Hold there for 3, 2, 1. Thumb hug. Rotate around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go into the 90-90 position. So, my right leg is forward and the right knee's bent to 90 degrees there. And then the hips and the other one, the back one, are also bent to 90 degrees. Take your right hand, the hand beside the knee here, Opposite hand reaches all the way forward. So reach to your screen, place the hand on the ground, and at first, just collapse your spine as close to that lead knee as possible. Hang out there. It's nice to be here, isn't it? Good morning to you guys. Now take your fingers on the front leg and caterpillar, so you get further away from your body. Grip the floor and pull your ribs towards that hand in front, which for me, and hopefully for you as well, intensifies that stretch just a little bit. Keep that pressure for 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to take that hand, it's my left hand, I'm going to place it on the bottom of my shoes. Lengthen the spine, I'm going to push my hand into my shoe to rotate the spine to my left a little more. But it's like seriously 1 out of 10. Spine long, rotate around. Now take your left hand, push down the right leg, and reach that hand straight to the ceiling, and then over we go. 3, should say 5, but we're going 3, 2, 1. Rotate back, hand on the bottom of the shoe again. 3, 2, 1. Right hand beside your right knee. This time instead of going 12 o'clock, we're going that way. I'm going to call it 1 o'clock. I hope that works. Hand on the ground, chest up. And gently use the friction between your hand and the floor to pull your ribs towards your hand. And let's hang out there for 10 seconds. 2 times our sponsored number 5 for today. For 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's put the hand back on the bottom of the shoe or your foot. Lengthen first, so be tall first. Don't collapse the spine. Reach around. I'm even going to turn all the way around to get more motion. If that's a 1 out of 10 on the bottom of your shoe, this is like a 6 or 7 out of 10. Push this hand down, which lifts the spine or lifts the ribs, and then reach over there. Hold that, and if you can, even look to your right. Look under the arm that's up in the air. Back off the shoe, 1 out of 10, nice and tall.
Now it's all burning and fired up.
Hand beside the knee, let's go this way. Grip the floor. I'm going to push off my right hand to slide my body to my left, and then I'm going to pull off my left hand to bring my ribs towards there. A subtly different line of stretch there, which just affects the hip in another way. So we try to train or stretch, in this example, more options in the hip.
If you can, yeah.
To draw it on when we play sport, play with our kids, play with our mates, our partners, our hobbies, whatever. And then all the way back, press on the bottom of the shoe, long spine, rotate around. 3, 2, 1. Aggressively push off that. Watch, I push the leg down, and the tension that I generate there lifts my ribs, lifts our ribs. Let's lift our ribs. And then reach over, and this last one, try to rotate, look under that arm. Rotate back for the last one, keep your spine long, don't collapse your spine, keep it long. And gently rotate around. So use the bottom of the shoe, 10%. And then last one, hand, put the other hand on your ankle, slide to your right, lengthen out like you're trying to look out over a cliff. Look out over the cliff, slide to your left, using your hands, come back up, do 3. Get out over the knee, come to the knee, excuse me, the heel, come back up, out over the knee, come to the heel. I know we're sponsored by the number 5, it didn't work out this time, but we're sponsored by prime numbers, how about that? 3's a prime number. Go to the heel and the knee. I know, I don't know why I said it. It's fun though for me. Come on back, switch it up. Let's do all that again. Switch sides, a bit of a break dancing maneuver to get to the other one in front. 90 degrees there, and then 90 degrees back here. Left hand beside the knee. First one, don't try so hard. Reach that hand out to whatever feels comfortable and collapse down for 10 seconds. I know it's not a prime number. I should have said 11. 11 seconds hanging out there. Just actually put the other elbow down, just hang out. Let your body be relaxed in this position. So it's a stretch, especially in the back of that, for me, the left hip, maybe it's your left hip as well, the one that's in front. But just passively hang out here. Righto, now let's put that hand back in the ground. We get a bit more tension. Grip the floor with this hand. Boom. Pull the ribs towards the hand and lean out. So that's a little bit more intensifying of that stretch in the back, and also I get a little bit deep in the hip joint there as well. Right fingertips on the bottom of the shoe, long spine, reach around the corner, even turn your head back, rotate around. Right hand on the left leg, try harder here, try to lift your ribs away from the hips, yeah. Hold that, 3, reach to the ceiling as well. Rotate back again please guys. Left hand on the ground, this time we get across that direction. Hand on the ground, grip the floor, pull your ribs to your hips. So it's a little bit of a deeper stretch again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go back off the bottom of the shoe, lengthen first. Please don't let your ribs collapse. Try to stay long and then rotate around. Turn your eyes to look back behind you. So you're looking away from me if you're orientated like I am. Now bring that right hand onto the leg and push down to lift the ribs, and then reach the fingers to even exaggerate that more, especially trying to get that muscle like on the outside here and on the back, that QL. Reach over and even look left. Check out what's going on to the left, under your arms. Keep your spine vertical. No need to lean in, just try to be vertical. I think they call this the mermaid stretch. Think of the Little Mermaid at Copenhagen, sitting on that rock there, because I sort of have my tail. Last one. Reach out. That's a great city, Copenhagen, isn't it? Get out there, grip the floor. From your left hand, push your body across to the right. Now that hand that's stuck on the ground, pull your ribs towards that hand. I'm going to hang out here for 11 seconds. Prime number. 4. Another 3. Last one, long spine. Rotate around, reach that left hand around the corner, turn your eyes around as well. Bring the right hand, push down. Imagine, especially this side, try to lift this rib, or the ribs. And then over we go. Stay vertical with your spine, don't lean forward. And then rotate. Morning, Robbo. How you doing, mate? Have you trimmed your beard? What's going on, beard coach?
It's not been trimmed, don't worry.
You should see Robbo's business card. Physical therapist, beard coach, demigod. That's the quality of the staff that we have here at Joint Dynamics. And then come back to the the left hand starting position. Over here, let's go over the knee. Slide to your heel, come back up. We're going to do 3 in that sort of circular motion. Hey Jeff, could you turn the music down a little bit for me, please? Thank you. And come back now, turn, we go to the heel, slide to the left, come back up. Poor Robbo, every morning he walks past me, I say that. I'll try to come up with something more creative tomorrow. Monday, sorry. Nice work guys, great job for those hips. I'll get you to stand up, please. Shake your hips out. All we're going to do is a series of just forwards and backwards lunges where we step, initial range, don't try too hard. So step your right foot forward. I'm going to come back just a little bit. Right foot forward, and then just rotate around nice and gentle. Because I didn't step so far, if I spin, notice my knees going past my toes. If I drop the vertical line, my knees past my toes, I'm going to rotate away from that knee. What that does, if we keep that initial range, we're really going to get this muscle that helps protect the knee. It does a few things, but it certainly helps protect that knee. And you can see mine's firing a little bit. And when I rotate that way, I get that muscle to get really active, so we tone, condition, train it to do what it's designed to do, to control that knee, and rotate back, and then come back. And we just try 3 out of 10 again. So step, feet are parallel. See my foot's parallel with the right foot. The back heel comes off the ground. There's that muscle again. See that guy? We want that guy to be working right now. And we get him to work if we only go to initial range and we get the knee past the toe. Out there. Once upon a time in my industry, switch feet please. We used to say, knees never pass the toes. We don't say that anymore. Well, in some contexts we do, but In this context, we certainly don't. There's a reason why we want your front knee to get out past your toes. Imagine you're walking downstairs. You're not going to do it without your knee going past your toe. So we want to train the body in the right context if you're prepared for it, and you guys are. We've been hanging out. You're doing some great stuff. That's it, a nice smooth rolling. So you want to train your body to take all those stresses of life. Come again. That feels nice to me. Get that nice rotation. Notice the back end goes higher than the shoulder. Let's do 4 more, which isn't a prime number. Oh, dang it. Let's do 3 more. Got it. Whee, I went a little bit too far. 2 to go. Control that. Andrew, I'm talking to myself there. Last one, guys. Today is Dive Bomber Friday. So come on down. Here, just give your hands a little bit of like that movement. Movement brings blood flow, doesn't it? So we're just preparing the joint to take some load. So I'm going to go sideways for the first one. So here's the game, guys. Hands on the ground, toes on the ground. We're going to go into that yoga downward dog. So that would be that position there. From downward dog, guys, come forward. Excuse me, don't come forward. Drop your hips back into a squat. So see that's a deep squat at my hips. So hips are still pushing back. That's downward dog. Bend your knees. That's a deep squat. From deep squat, come forward into a plank. If that's too much for you today, soon you'll get it. Place your knees on the ground. Totally fine. That's your plank. But you should be able to travel from here to here to here. If that's too much, knees go on the ground. Or you hold the toes. From next motion is you do a push-up. So we'll do knees. This is number 1. Push up on the knees is progression number 1. Toes go back on the ground, there. Hips go back up. Heels on the ground, downward dog. Hang out. 3, 2, 1. Deep squat. So hips are back, knees are bent. Come forward. Now, if you're the knees person, that's totally cool. Put your knees on the ground. If you can do more, then you do a push-up with your toes on the ground. Come back up, back down, downward dog. That's option 2. So we've got option 1 is knees push-up. Option 2, toes push-up. Option 3, dive bomber. Option 3 is the prime number. We'll go for that. Hold that. 3, 2, 1. There's the squat. Guys, watch this. Your nose goes between your 2 thumbs. Dive down. Then your nose comes up. That's why it's sort of like imagine an aeroplane. Make that noise if you'd like to. Hips up. Heels down. Hold. I'm going to face you guys for this one. Hands are flat on the ground. Heels are on the ground. Push your hands into the ground. Drop into the squat. You either do your 1, 2, or 3. I'm going 3. Dive through.
Then we're going to keep this one.
Nose up. Hips down.
Yeah, this one. Yeah.
Hips up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Heels down.
So,
Hold.
This one.
3. I'll even turn that way a little bit.
So
2,
forward.
1. Squat.
Alternately now.
Dive bomber. Or your 1 or 2.
Yeah, okay.
There we go.
That's one back.
Such a nice movement, isn't it?
Here is one
Hips
back.
up.
Okay. quick
Heels
number.
down. Hold. 3, 2, 1. The deep squat at the hip. Dive through. Hold there. Shoulders down away from the ears.
So, good.
Lift the hips up.
Good. Come
Heels
forward,
down.
Heel tap.
Hang out. Let's do another 5.
Good.
Squat.
And really stick.
Dive through.
As far as you can. Weight finger left heel.
Move. Hold.
Back as far as you can with the
Hips
right
up,
foot.
heels down.
Tap. Perfect.
Downward dog position. Inspired by those
Keep
yogis.
going. So with these
Squat
reps,
here. Dive
let's
through.
get the weight through the outside of the foot
Up we come.
and also into the heel.
Hips up, heels down.
You really get a lot of this going. Yeah.
Hold. Squat. Dive through.
Life goals.
Nice work there, guys.
The weight through the
1,
outside
2, or
of the
3.
foot.
Doesn't matter what progression you're doing.
Very
Let's
good.
just keep moving. Hold there.
Done.
Squat down. Dive through. Hang out.
So we've
Let's do
changed
1 more
the
together,
slightly,
please.
because what we want to do
Hold in the downward dog.
is be more kind of, okay, I can
Squat.
feel it working. Because if your confidence is
Do
working,
your version 1, 2, or join in with the dive bomber, which is option
then
3.
what we need to do is get
Hips up, heels down.
into the mode of, okay, I can really feel
Knees
it.
on the ground.
I know my hip needs to be better.
Come on up.
See what I mean?
Let's
Yeah,
go back to
yeah,
that
more-
same lunge, but the next one I'm going to change it.
Yeah,
So,
see what I mean?
right leg forward,
This is just
initial range. So,
and these two
that would be initial range, wouldn't it? Like just a step, that would be mid-range, and end range would be way out there. I'm just going to go initial range. So we go initial range of motion, which means that knee travels past my toe there, and there's that guy coming on, and rotate back, which will get that guy talking to this guy across to these guys, which is what they're designed to do actually. It's a lovely vector that we can put into the body. Initial range, and don't try so hard guys, just make it a fluid movement.
That's why we end up dropping down.
Step and rotate. Try to make it as, well, I'm not doing a good job. Try to make it as smooth and efficient as possible. And come back.
20 odd minutes.
Knee past the toes. 3, 2, 1, and back. Knee past the toes. And come back. Let's do another 6. Come back. Make sure your feet stay parallel. It would be smart to toe in, but then we won't get that muscle working so much. So parallel, rotate, wee. I've got the wobbly boot on today, huh? Let's go again for 4 more. 3 more. Bit of a kung fu move there. 2 more. That's it, let it flow. Don't be, it's more task orientated as opposed to you thinking about a structured movement. It's just like a flowing movement. Come back. I'm going to do some more wiggling of the wrist just to encourage some blood flow. I'm going to face 45 degrees this way this time. And this time we'll offer up, you don't have to if your capacity is there, option number 4, which will be the dive bomber, but the dive bomber I'll drive to my right thumb, come up and look left, come back. Next one, dive to the left thumb, come up, look right, and then straight down the middle. Okay? We'll talk our way through it as we go. So I'm just going to move my mat back a little bit. Hands on the ground, downward dog to start with. Ready? So, hips up, heels down, hold there. Really push your hands into the floor. At the same time, try to hike your hips up. Right out. The squat position first. So, hips still push back, but your hips get into a squat. Now, straight down the middle, either 1, 2, or 3. So, nose between your thumbs. Whoa, my mat just slipped. I should fix that, shouldn't I? Hips up, heels down. I'll just move that for a second. Work with you in again a second. Back into downward dog. Squat. Now, number 4, join me. Your nose to your right thumb. Come up and look left. Spot on. Hips up, heels down. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Squat. I'm going to the left thumb, so go to the other thumb. Down. Come up and look to your right, or away from the thumb you just dived towards. Back to downward dog. Hold. Straight down the middle, good old number 3. You, of course, if your capacity is number 2 or number 1, that's what you do. That's fine. Today, totally fine. Hold there. 3, 2, 1. Squat. Right thumb. Look left. Get those shoulders down. Spot on, guys. Hips up, heels down. Hang out. Squat. Left thumb. Come up, look to the other way, the right. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Back to downward dog. Hold there as well. Notice my fingers are off the ground because I'm really pushing through that loading point of the hand. Number 3 is straight down the middle. Not rep 3, but version of this exercise, number 3. Hips up, heels down. Hold. Squat. Right thumb, team. Look left. Hold there. Up we go. Hold. Squat. Left thumb. Hey, morning mate, how are you today?
How are you?
Yeah, well,
That's
thank
impressive.
you. Thank you. Back to the start. Downward dog. Squat. Down the middle. We should do 1, 2, 3 more after this. Hips up, heels down. Hang out. Squat. Go to your right thumb. Look to your left if you're joining me on this version. Otherwise, just do 1, 2, or 3. Last one on the either side. Squat. Go to your left thumb. Come up and look right. Last one is straight down the middle. Hold. Squat. right down the middle. Oh, it's a great movement for the upper body, isn't it? And actually, quote unquote, those core muscles. Hold there for 3, 2, 1. Woo-wee. Nice work. Get up and do a little bit of Mike Tyson versus Roy James Jr., the boxing. Be exciting, won't it? Well, on paper it's exciting. Hopefully they'll be able to deliver, those old fellas. All right, team, I'm going to spin this way. No disrespect to Mike Tyson and Roy James Jr. if that came across disrespectful. That was not my intent. No way. No way disrespect to those guys. All right, we're going to step. This is my right leg, so if you're facing this way and it's your left, it's fine. But we're going to step forward with this leg and then we're going to do a small step back. So it's initial range again. Check this out though. As we step forward, the heel comes with you, the back foot, reach up and back, just to get that nice curve of the body back that way. Think the opposite of the computer screen. And now when you step back, feet are parallel, push your hips back but reach your hands forward. So that's the track stretch. If you see, there's a stretch, hamstring into there as I reach forward. I'm going to face you this time. So I'm going to step my right leg forward, reach up and back. Again, that's initial range with that lunge. My knee actually is still getting out, or just right at the tip of my toes, but my arms are reaching up and back. Step back, my hands represent your feet. They're parallel. Push your hips back, reach your hands forward. That's a hamstring stretch. Love that. Come all the way forward, reach back. Nice smooth movement, step back, reach forward. Again, forward, reach back. Nice guys, step back, feet. And look, that's initial range, right? That's not a very big step at all, but it allows me to keep my spine straight and my left leg straight. And then when I reach, whoa, do I get that stretch on that hamstring. Step forward, reach back, we'll do 5 more. Step back, feet are parallel, check your feet first. Don't do that right knee, do that, or the right foot toe out. Please don't do that. Feet are parallel. Step forward, hips back. Let's do 4. I'm going to trust you that we've all got this now. Ready? 1, 2. 1, 2. Sometimes I talk too much. I try too hard, don't I? 1 to go. Up and back. And then hips back, hands forward. Switch sides. We just do exactly the same with the opposite. So we step forward with the other leg this time. Knee still travels past the toes. Reach your hands up and reach back a little bit. And that's not, for the front of that hip and into the abdominals, that's a really nice stretch for me. Step back, feet are parallel. I'm going to check the feet first. Got it, parallel, hips back, hands forward. 3, 2, 1. Let's go again. Step forward, reach up and back. Step back, reach forward. 3. Step back, reach back, excuse me. 4. Let's do 6 more, guys. And hips back, hands forward. 5. Really get those hips back, keep your back flat. And then when you reach those hands, notice that extra load brings more length or more stretch into, for me anyway, into that hamstring, which is what we're actually going for. And keeping the back nice and flat. 3 more, guys. Go your range as well, please. You don't have to go like hands to the ground. Just go the range where you feel that lengthening, but you still maintain good form. Good technique, good alignment of your spine and your feet. 2 to go. One to go. They come in 3s, don't they? Let's do the dive bomber again. So check, my feet now are wider than my hips. Heels on the ground in that downward dog position. And we come back to there. Got it. Push your hands through the floor. Imagine. Hips up, heels down. Squat. Dive bomber. All the way down. This is our last set, guys. I'm going to check the time. 10 past 9, plenty of time. Hips up, heels down. Hold. Your version. I'm going the right thumb. Come up and look left. Hips up, heels down. Hold. Squat. I'm going the left thumb. You do your version. I hear what you're saying. Version number 5 is we reverse this. We'll do that the next one. Hold that. Ready? Hold. Squat. Ready? Dive down through. Now reverse it. Take your nose down and press up. If you want to join me on those ones, that's option number 5. Squat. Right thumb. Look left. Reverse it if you want to, or do your version. Yeah, I love that. Hold. Squat. Left thumb. Yeah. Reverse it, or do your version. Yeah. Down the middle. Get them shoulders down there, really actively pushing into the ground. Reverse. Hold. Squat. Right thumb. Reverse. Hold. Squat. Left thumb. Get out of here. That's awesome. Reverse that. Hold. Down the middle. Shoulders down. Reverse, please. Woo! Let's do it again. Right thumb. Yeah, look left. Reverse that. Look right. There we go. Reverse. Down the middle, team. Last one. Reverse or do your version. Hold. Ooh-wee. Nothing wrong with that. Righto. We had that movement where we lunge forward, lunge back, initial range. Let's bring a little bit of rotation into that movement. So first, step your left leg forward, left hand up and back. So see that, we've talked about this so many times, relationship between the front of that hip to the opposite shoulder. Step back, and then reach that hand across. Actually, by doing that, I'm going to come closer. We're going to favour that outside hamstring, which actually can torque or turn that foot out a little bit. So we're just going to try to favour lengthening out that lateral hamstring. Ready? So, right foot's in front, left foot back, initial range. Reach across there. I'm sliding my hip to the right. Oh, that's great. The outside of that hamstring. Step that left leg forward, across the body there. Mate, that's poetry, isn't it? Look at that, that's beautiful. Even reach across to get more. Small step back, feet are parallel, hip to the right, reach forward and across. 3, 2, 1. Get over there. That's poetry. That's Andrew Banjo Patterson. Right there, man from Snowy River. Check that one out if you haven't heard a good Australian poem. 3, Dorothy McKellar. There's another one. I love a sunburned country, land of sweeping plains. Check that out. That's a big one in Australia. Get all the way across. Let's go again. Now hopefully we have an understanding of that movement. Let's link it and make it a little bit faster. 3, 2, 1. Ready? Here we go. 5. Get across. Feet are always parallel. 1. Oh man, that is medicine, isn't it? Is that for you as well? No suggestive selling. That feels so nice for me. Transfer of enthusiasm. No, I guess that's suggestive selling, isn't it? 1 to go, guys. All right, switch, please. Step your left leg forward. Wait, excuse me. Step your right leg forward, and then your right hand back. There's that length there. You can see what my shirt's doing, even what my shorts are doing. Lengthen through there. Step back, feet are parallel, hips to the left, and your right hand down and across. I'm going to hang out for a little bit longer there. Whoa, that's pretty tight for me. Come forward. Please don't let your spine collapse. So go the range that you can, keeping a straight spine, let's say. Step back, hips back, hand forward. 2, 1, come all the way forward there. All the way over to the side there. Number 3. Slide your hips left. Maybe your hips want to slide right. Don't let them, because you're sort of running away from that stretch. Come forward. 2, 1, step back. 3, 2, 1. One more slow, then we'll link it. Or make it flow. Get right across there, that hand's up nice high. See that lovely shape my body's making there? It's a very functional position to be in for us. Man, that's a golf swing, you name it. A baseball bat swing. Hold there, hips back, push your hips back. Right, now let's think it. Ready? And back. 1. Nice. Hips back, hands forward. 2, keep your feet parallel is rule number 1 here. Rule number 2 is keep your spine in this position flat, don't let it collapse. Just for fun, let's do 2 more. 1 more, guys. And come back there. Shake it out for me. Come down on all fours, please. Let's do something crazy. We're going to do that bird dog movement. But today's progression will go 3 contact points, 2 contact points, and then we're even going to close our eyes for rep 3 and 4. Okay? So I'm going to go sideways here. Left hand on the ground. My left hand, you put your left hand, even though it's weird on this video. Left hand on the ground, right knee, right foot. That's our 3 contact points. Lift that left leg so it's parallel to the ground. There. Lift that right hand so it's parallel to the ground. There. You don't have to spin like I do. And we're going to hold that there, eyes fixed on a spot. 3 contact points for 12 seconds. Hang out. Bit of action going on here this morning, physios and women's health specialists. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Elbow touches your knee. Boom. Reach there, hold. Now from 3 contact points, go to 2 by lifting that right foot off the ground. So a little bit more of a balance challenge, which means we'll get more reflexive muscle activation. Reflex corrections. I'm going to fall, but the muscles save me, or the contraction of certain muscles save me. Hold that for 5 seconds more. Put your right foot back on the ground, elbow to knee, 3 contact points. Come back, set the position, float the foot, close your eyes. Here we go for 12 seconds. Wobbly boot, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 3 contact points, elbow to knee. That's tough, huh? And it's okay to fall, guys. Imagine you're learning to walk as a child. It's totally fine. 2 contact points, eyes closed again. Let's go, 12 seconds. 11, 10, 9. Try to work it out is the goal. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Foot on the ground, elbow to knee. Hey, eyes open. That was a very Hong Kong thing to say. Float the foot up. 2 contact points, but eyes open. 12, 11, 10. One of you out there is telling me that 12 is not a prime number. I hear you. 3, 2, 1. Elbow to knee. 3 contact points. Hold there. Sorry, Seth. Water, mate. 5 seconds more in this. 3, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way back to center. Just rock back into child's pose. Super relaxed, as deep as you can. If this is too much, take your hands, relax. Oh, that feels nice, doesn't it? Let's go the other way. So I'm going to put my right hand on the ground and my left knee and left foot. You do the other side. Whatever you did last time, do the opposite. Rightio. Elbow to the opposite knee. 3 contact points. Foot, knee, hand, opposite hand. Hold there for 12 seconds. Eyes fixed on a spot on the ground. We're utilising our eyes, which play a massive role in balance, as you can imagine. Which is why when we close them soon, it makes this exercise even harder. 3, 2, 1. Elbow to knee. We go from 3 contact points to 2 contact points now, guys. Eyes open though. Keep your eyes fixed on a spot on the ground, which is an effective strategy for balance. Eyes fixed on one spot. 5 seconds more. Which is why when we close them on the next rep, we're going to have a bit of fun. 3, 2, 1. Elbow to the opposite knee, please. Fix the spot on the ground for a second. 2 contact points. Close your eyes. Let's do it. 12. 11. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. I'm still here. Don't worry. 3, 2. 1, foot on the ground, I'm going to open my eyes. Woo-wee, that's tough. Set the position again. 2 contact points, close your eyes. Last one, 12 seconds. 11, 10. Feel all that activation around your wrist and your hand. Also the spine. Those muscles are working like crazy. 5 seconds more. 3, 2, 1. Eyes open, 3 contact points just for a second. 1 more with 2 contact points, but your eyes are open, guys. Hang out. 12, 11, 8, 7. Good challenge that, huh? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 contact points. Excuse me, 3. Last one, lift and hold for 12, 11. Last one of the day. 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy place. Sit on your bump. Windscreen wiper movement, knees to the side, lift your chest, and just hold there for 3, 2, 1. Let's go the other way. Woo! Great workout, that. Please don't go, let's practice the skill. It's still a workout. Breathing, intentional breathing. So we're going to practice relaxation. 1 more each side. The great thing about today, here's your challenge. But in Mission Impossible, should you choose to accept it? I watched Mission Impossible with my family last night. Anyway, the challenge is, there's a bit of stuff, thank goodness, there's some activity in joint dynamics today. So there will be a noise translation from here to you. But that's the goal of relaxation. You're not always going to be in a mountain, beautiful, peaceful environment, practice your breathing. Sometimes you're going to be in a noisy environment, you're going to acknowledge that you're stressed and you want to be able to switch to the relaxation response. This is what we're going to practice right now. So, here's your options. Sit on your knee, your hips like I am. I call this the Japanese tea ceremony. Or, get a pillow from the couch, sit on it cross-legged, try to have your hips higher than your heels. Or you can even have a pillow here. Or, you know what, Andrew, it's the end of the day, maybe you're doing this at the end of your day, or it's the start of your day, you want to lay flat on your back with your palms to the ceiling. Totally fine. Alright, rules of the game. Long spine, relaxed forehead, super soft shoulders, breathe only through your nose. We want the exhalation to be longer than the inhalation, in for 4, out for 6. Yep, not prime numbers, but that's fine, that's fine. We're just playing around now. Relax your shoulders, guys. 3 seconds, we breathe out. 3, 2, 1. Breathe only through your nose, in for 4. 3, 2, 1. Close your eyes, please, team. Breathe out silently for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's just try to get better at relaxing. Breathe in for 4. Breathe out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep your forehead soft and relaxed. Breathe in for 4. Breathe out for 6. Breathe in for 4 seconds. Silently breathe out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, team, we're going to do 5 rounds with our eyes closed in silence. Let's just venture into silence, internal silence.
Well, if you're lucky.
Let's do 2 more rounds together, guys. The world can wait. Stay with your breath. Oh, virtual hug. How nice is that? Maybe give someone who's near you a hug if you. That's what I feel like doing. Hey, great workout, guys. Man, I feel better after that. That's a little gift for me, a bit of medicine, which is the whole idea behind the morning movement medicine. So it's the weekend, so I won't see you tomorrow or Sunday, but I'll see you again on Monday, 8:38 a.m. The gyms are still closed here. We're hanging out with Vivo Barefoot, so next week we'll give a pair of shoes away for free, which will be fun, just as a way to give maybe even more, because they're a good company. I think we're a pretty good company. We're trying to do something positive at the moment. All right, guys. See you later. Have a great weekend.